Any changes for tomorrow, Pat, or will you stick with the winning formula?
We'll announce the team tomorrow, but yeah, everyone's healthy, so dare say it'll be pretty similar side.
It won for 9 for 125 against Sri Lanka. How pleased with you, especially led by yourself, at the response, following 2 games where it kind of got away from you following a big opening partnership?
Yeah, it was really pleasing. I thought in a couple of those previous games we'd actually, bowled pretty well without reward at times. So, yeah, it was good to kind of feel like we got a few wickets in our favour. And, yeah, I was really proud of, after we got a few wickets, we kind of really stuck at it, and to bowl the team out was proper effort. So, yeah, really chuffed.
And sorry, just on that, Pat, I mean, how much of it came from you in the sense, in the early half, the first 25 overs, there was obvious frustration, the wicket wasn't coming, like you shrugged your shoulders as well once, but then the drinks break, getting those first 2 wickets, like, so how much of that came from you, and did you just like fire yourself up in that period?
I don't know. I think after the first 2 losses, everyone in the team was really keen, trying to make amends, maybe even trying a bit too hard for the first 25 overs. Like, everyone in the field was diving around, plenty of kind of energy. So I think it was pleasing to get the breakthrough. Would have liked for it to come early, but once we got the breakthrough, it felt like then we got on a roll, which we earned. So yeah, I wouldn't attribute too much credit to myself. It was everyone out there was awesome.
Hi Pat, Shumit here. You won the toss in the first 2 games and lost those games, and finally against Sri Lanka you lost the toss and you won the game. So are you hoping you will lose the toss tomorrow?
Yeah, potentially. Yeah, it's tough.
So, I mean, is it a challenge to decide what to do because of so many venues and different conditions, and picking the team and deciding on the toss?
I think it can be. The interesting thing when you look at the statistics around the toss is just about every venue is 50-50. So, in the first 2 games, we were totally outplayed. Whether we batted or bowled first, I don't think it would have mattered too much. Yeah, I don't know. It's not like a test match or anything. ODI cricket, it's kind of, I don't think it makes a huge difference. And yeah.
Hi Pat. Talking about Alex Carey's form, we know how important he's been to the Australian middle order. Is he by any chance going to get a nod tomorrow? What do you think? Is the form a bit of concern?
Yeah, Alex has missed out on the last couple, which is unfortunate. We know he's a class player, but Joshy stepped up last game was awesome. So again, we feel really lucky that we got someone like Alex Carey in the squad who can't find his way into the 11. It's a sign of a pretty strong squad, I think.
Hi Pat. In addition to my colleague's question, what do you make of Shaheen Shah's struggle? He's lacking fitness and not taking wickets?
To be honest, I haven't been watching too much, so can't really comment on that. But he's always a good competitor. He's always a threat up front. So yeah, we'll hopefully keep him quiet tomorrow.
Yeah. Pat, see, some controversial statements have been made. Firstly, Mickey Arthur has made some controversial statement. Then we saw even Mohammad Rizwan, he made a controversial statement that he's supporting this victories dedicated to Hamas. So do you think this all is required on the cricket field? Because it's simply politicization. What's your view on this?
I think I only got half of that. But yeah, I love seeing sports people seeing their personalities brought out as well. So yeah, no hugely strong thoughts either way.
Pat, you addressed the middle overs a little while ago and how vital it is to like the result and all of that. As a bowler, and specifically in Indian conditions, how hard is it to sort of bowl through those overs? And do you sometimes sort of, risk giving away runs in order to pick up those wickets in that phase?
Yeah, for sure. It's a delicate balance sometimes where they're trying to keep the run rate in check, try and go for 3 or 4 and over, or do you try and risk it to pick up those vital wickets? And I think you saw a bit of a shift in us last game. South Africa, we felt like we had them relatively under control, but we didn't get any wickets. Last game we were a little bit more aggressive, a few more bounces, and yeah, fortunately got us a breakthrough, and that's kind of where you get into the game. So I think it's always that delicate balance.
Pat, with a couple of century opening stands against you guys in the last couple of games, does any consideration come to you to take the new ball potentially?
Not overly. Yeah, kind of before the tournament, you bounce around plenty of different ideas. But at the moment, we look back at the last couple of games and, haven't got the wickets, but there's probably been, 3 chances in each first 10 overs that we just haven't got, or, LBW missed by millimetres or player misses. So we've been really happy with, the guys up front. Yeah.
And is there an arrival date for Travis Head locked in at this point, or?
I believe he's on a flight right now. Is that right? Yeah.
Thank you.
Pat, quite an extraordinary thing that the Australian Cricketers Association have decided to do in funding for the netballers in Australia. Can you talk a bit about your thoughts on that and why you've decided to do it? It's never been done before cross sports, really.
Yeah, I can. Obviously the netballers are in a bit of a tricky situation at the moment. And we're in a similar situation 6 or 7 years ago. And we got some support that really helped the players. And that was, I think, from a few outside individuals. So they asked for a lending hand and the ACA stepped up and said, yep, we'll create a bit of a fund to help you out and hopefully get you through these next couple of months. I know all the sports are pretty closely linked and all the players' associations work really closely. So, I thought it was a good opportunity to be able to help.
Pat, was there a sense of relief for you guys when you saw the Netherlands-South Africa result? And how much does that open up the whole kind of, situation thing for you? Yeah,
it was good. I won't lie. I think it just, evens all the teams out really. So, they played really well. We've got them after this game. I think what we're seeing in this tournament is, it's 10 really strong sides. It's not sides that are just making up numbers. They've all qualified and they're all here because they've earned their spot. So, there's no easy games. It's everything's pretty full on.